Hello everyone, and welcome to Movie Bank. Before we pull back the curtain, we have to talk about the sheer prestige of this cast. Released in 2006, The Prestige brought together Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale at the absolute height of their powers. This wasn't just Wolverine versus Batman, it was a masterclass in psychological warfare. Christopher Nolan actually cast them because of their real-world backgrounds. Jackman had extensive experience in musical theater, giving his character Robert Angier that necessary showman spark. He understands the sell. Meanwhile, Bale is a method actor, known for total immersion, making him the perfect fit for the gritty, secretive Alfred Borden. Backed by the legendary Michael Caine, a haunting performance by Scarlett Johansson, and a magical turn by David Bowie as Nikola Tesla, the acting alone is enough to keep you pinned to your seat. In my opinion, The Prestige isn't just a movie. It's Nolan's absolute masterpiece. It's one of those rare films that gets better every single time you watch it. It's packed with insane details, clever clues, and things you'll totally miss if you blink. But first, I have to ask you one thing. Are you watching closely? The story follows these two Victorian magicians. What starts as a professional rivalry quickly turns into a toxic, violent obsession. Their war doesn't just ruin their careers, it destroys everyone they love. If you look closely during the theater scene early in the movie, you'll notice that the person running the show is actually the legendary real-life magician Ricky Jay. He served as the consultant for the film, teaching Jackman and Bale how to perform the sleight of hand tricks themselves so they didn't have to rely on camera cuts. This authenticity is key, because the movie treats magic not as spells, but as grueling physical work. To understand the core of this movie, we have to look at the scene where Borden and Angier watch the Chinese magician Chung Ling Su. He performs a trick where he makes a heavy glass bowl of water appear from under a cloth. While the audience is baffled, Borden is the only one who isn't looking at the bowl. He's looking at how the man walks. This is the trick, Borden whispers. Total devotion, a dynamic performance. The man is pretending to be a frail, elderly cripple in his everyday life just so no one suspects he has the leg strength to hold a heavy bowl between his thighs under his robes. He lives a lie 24/7, even when he's not on stage. This is the blueprint for Borden twins. They didn't just perform a trick, they became the trick. They split a single life, sharing one wife, one daughter, and one identity. All for the sake of an illusion that half the time they couldn't even take credit for. This highlights the fundamental difference between our two leads. Borden is willing to live a miserable life for his art, while Angier is willing to die a miserable death for his ego. Nolan's a genius because he tells us the ending in the very first minute. The opening shot shows dozens of identical top hats on the ground. This is exactly how Angier's trick works. He's making copies. Then we see birds in cages. For the trick to work, one bird has to die so its double can appear. This is the secret to Borden's entire life. Even the death of their wives tell us what will happen to the men. Angier's wife Julia drowns in a tank, and later Angier dies the exact same way every night. Borden's wife Sarah hangs herself, and at the end of the movie, one of the Borden brothers is executed by hanging. It's all mirrored. It's a circular narrative that traps the characters in their own foreshadowing. The big twist, of course, is that Alfred Borden is actually two twin brothers living one life. Nolan leaves breadcrumbs everywhere. One brother loves Sarah, while the other one loves Olivia. Sarah calls him Al, and Olivia calls him Freddie. When you put them together, you get Alfred. Sarah often tells him she knows what he is, because she can feel when she's with the brother who doesn't actually love her. Even the audio is a clue. Whenever the wrong brother is on screen, the background noise is slightly more dissonant. Early on, Borden even shows a kid a coin with two heads sides, a literal symbol for two brothers acting as one man. And let's not forget the boy at the theater. When Borden performs the disappearing bird trick, the boy starts crying and asks, "But where's his brother?" The child sees through the trick instantly because he wasn't looking for the spectacle, he was looking for the logic. While Borden used the twin, Angier went for something much more dangerous, Nikola Tesla. Tesla's inclusion isn't just sci-fi fluff. His lab in the film was based on his real Wardenclyffe Tower, and the scenes with the cats are nods to real-world urban legends about his experiments. Tesla builds a machine that actually works, but it has a price. This brings us to a philosophical nightmare, the ship of Theseus paradox. If you replace every plank on a ship, is it the same ship? In the Prestige, Tesla's machine doesn't move Angier, it clones him. Every time Angier uses it, he creates a duplicate. He never knows if he's going to be the man who takes the bow or the man who drowns in the tank. He calls this sacrifice, but it looks a lot more like madness. From the perspective of the new Angier, he always survives. But from the perspective of the old Angier, he walks into the machine and then, nothing but cold water and lungs bursting. Every night for 100 nights, Angier committed suicide, hoping that his legacy would be the one to survive. Michael Caine's character, Cutter, tells us that every trick has 3 parts. The pledge, where you show something ordinary. The turn, where you make it do something extraordinary. And the prestige, where you bring it back. The movie itself is built exactly like this. Nolan even shot it in a tight 1.85:1 aspect ratio to make it feel like a stage play and heighten the claustrophobia of their obsession. We want to be fooled because the truth is too scary. The truth is that these men gave up their souls for a round of applause. The ending is chilling. One Borden brother finally gets to be a father to his daughter, but he had to watch his twin die to get there. Borden performs his transported man show one last time. Right after his twin is executed in the prison, he appears through another door and shoots Angier. We see the rows of tanks filled with dead Angiers, and we realize the cost of his success. This movie has Nolan's signature written all over it. Between the brilliant screenplay, the cast, and that mind-bending twist, he proves once again that he's the absolute master of this genre. Nolan made this movie right between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and it's arguably his most tightly written script. There is a theory that the prestige of the movie is actually us, the audience. Every time we watch it, we replicate the experience. Knowing the ending, yet choosing to be fooled again just to feel the magic one more time. What do you think? Did you catch the twist the first time, or were you fooled like the rest of us? Let me ask you again.
Are you watching closely?